Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, what's happening, people? It's your boy xZenon coming to you with another 4th gen battle. Now, before I start, I'd just like to make a quick mention that there's many tutorials on how to get your DS connected to the custom servers where you can trade battle and basically interact with just about loads of any DS game. However, there's been a surge in 4th gen, and the main reason being that you can actually get DS emulators to start playing online. So yeah, give me a shout out if you want me to make a video on that, and here we go. So this is a battle against a person called MacGyvr. I found him on the Discord channel. We had a few battles. First one, he probably thought I was a bit of a noob, so he went really soft on me and I absolutely destroyed him. Second match, he was actually quite good and I felt sorry for him, so I chose a bad team and he absolutely demolished me. And this is basically the end result where we both said, you know what, let's just good teams against each other, see what happens. And yeah, so I lead up with my Metagross, he goes into Swampert, we both throw rocks, and I go into switch into my Breloom, expecting some sort of water or earth mood. But no, he goes for the rain dance, so I'm expecting some sort of rainy team combo. I go into my Breloom called O, because whenever people see him, they just go O. So I expected the switch here, and I didn't want to go straight for the spot. I'd rather go for the substitute and see what I get to sleep. Sometimes you don't really like the one you get to sleep. And he goes into this pheasant, chicken, turkey looking guy with a top hat, which is all wearing pink. Looks like that Australian singer called George, whatever his name is. Anyway, I go to the focus bench and his defenses are absolutely abysmal. He's not going to live a focus punch. He goes for the Brave Bird to knock my sub out and focus punch. And yeah, he's not getting that. So that's an early 6-5 for me. And surely enough, the rain goes on and he goes into his Swift Swimmer, which is Kindra. So I am scared of this thing. I don't know if it's physically offensive, specially offensive. So I just go into my War hoping that it's not a Dragon Dance variant. So I go into my Egg Leg Warmer. Little pun. Don't find that funny. Never mind. Anyway, I was expecting the water move or thing, and he just goes straight for the Outrage. And I'm like, that is gonna hurt. But surely enough, my Blissey is an absolute huge sponge. Sorry, leg warmer. And survives the Outrage, and he gets locked into it. So I decided just to go to the Protect, stall another round of rain. And luckily for me, he does get the Confusion on the second turn. So I decided to switch out, expecting some sort of, expecting the Outrage again. Just maybe he wanted to risk it. And I go into my Scarfer, which is a Jirachi. And he goes into his Metagross, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't really like this matchup. So I just U-turn straight out of there. And I go into my physical wall, Landmine. Because when you step on it, it goes ba-boom. Anyway, he goes into the Earthquake, and mostly the switch was to see what kind of Heracross is it. Is it banded? Is it scarfed? And it actually Life Orb. So just to keep that in mind, I'm not really scared of it that much. So I just go for the Rapid Sin, hoping he doesn't have a Ghost, and he goes into his shit of his own. This is shiny, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, I go for the Rapid Spin, I knock the Stealth Rock away, and the rain stopped. I'd rather stay in here. If anything's gonna go to sleep, I'd rather it been the Landmine. But just in case he wants to do the same prediction that I did last time, I just decide to go for a few layers of spikes. Saying to him, okay, you don't want to sleep me? I have spikes on your field. He saw that and he probably just goes for the Spore, saying, yeah, you're going to sleep. And now that's sleep, I decide to switch out to my only response to this Breloom. And that is, well, after he focuses for his Focus Punch. And that is my Shiny, which is a Gengar. Now, the reason I call him Shiny is because Shiny or not Shiny, Gengar looks exactly the same in this gen. So, yeah. Anyway, I go for the Shadow Ball, and I knock the sub out. He goes for Leech Seed, so now I know his 4th attack. I'm thinking, he can't really touch me as a Gengar. So So I go for the another Shadow Ball, and he switches into Swampert. So right now, he doesn't really have an answer to my Gengar, like no Tyranitar or Scizor or something like that. So I just keep going for the Shadow Ball. Luckily for him, he does get the Rain Dance off with a slither of health on his Swampert. And I'm just going to knock it out after that. Now, I'm expecting his Kindra in again. And surely enough, his Kindra coming in. I do not want to switch in, as I want this Gengar for later. And I decide just to go back into my leg warmer and set it under Sparta. He goes for the waterfall, and boom, Blissey goes down. Blissey goes down. Here's someone have a problem. Anyway, rain keeps going on, and I go into my own Metacross, which is called Got Talent, because he looks like one of those big buzzers that the judges press. He goes to his waterfall, and luckily because Stealth Rock is not up, I managed to live that with more than half. So he needs 3 waterfalls to knock me out, just to show what kind of annoyance those Stealth Rocks is. I go for the Meteor Mash, hoping for some sort of attack rise. I don't get it. I probably should have gone for the Earthquake there. Anyway, he goes for another waterfall, and I just go for the Earthquake. He lives with a Slither, and I'm thinking, yeah, Heracross. Metacross is out of there, and I just go for another Bullet Punch before I kick the bucket. And he goes into his waterfall. And that's a dead Metacross. Now, I throw in Breloom here. I wanted him to go for the Outrage after seeing the Breloom, because that's the only way you can get it out. Waterfall probably wouldn't get it out. Luckily enough, he does go for the Waterfall, and I switch out, which allows me to live this. And yeah, I go for the Iron Head, Flinch, and Jirachi. Surprisingly, I'm faster, which I didn't really surprise. This is a Scarf Jirachi, but that is a Kindra in range, so he must not be running a lot of speed. Anyway, he goes into his Metagross. I decide to go for an Iron Head, maybe get a Flinch. And I do. Lucky me. I decide to go for another one, get another Flinch, which was quite lucky. And then I'm just like, yeah, let's not push our luck. I get out of there, and I go back into my Gengar, expecting the Earthquake. Luckily enough, he does go for the Earthquake, which is going to do diddly squat to Gengar. And Shadow Ball is just going to take it out. And he goes into his Breloom, and I expect the Leech Seed, so I just go into Substitute, and right now this thing can do absolutely nothing to me. He says I've got nothing to do with this Gengar, and he just flees, I believe. Yep. Poison him, and he flees. So luckily for me, it was just that one move of initiative where I switched off the Breloom, and that was good match. So good match to MacGyvr. Shout out to him. Link in the Discord channel is going to be in the below. See you next time.